试下你那下机另外一头 cable 先呢。
先好。
I tried another cable thinner. Can ah? Got visual? Yeah, okay.
Hare Krishna Radha. Whoa! You have to get used to it. Jaya Radha Krishna Kanaya, Radha Krishna Kanaya, Radha. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Parivajacharya Sakar Sudhishishimashya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Sri Prabhupada Ki Shri Nitai Rangarai Ki Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki Shri Radha Krishna Kanaya Ki Oh Premanandi Temple of Devotion and Understanding Ki Oh glorious Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you very much for coming today. A very special day. Today is unusual, very unusual. There's most likely to be there will be two initiation sessions today. It doesn't happen very often, does it? Have you ever seen that, Marge, on the same day in the same temple? I haven't, but maybe it happened. And not only that, of course, but this is the first time in the history of this building, in this beautiful temple, of Shri Radha Krishna Kanaya, that initiation ceremony is taking place. On a very auspicious day. Yesterday we got the mercy and today of Lord Balaram, Adi Guru, to remove all the unwanted anarthas, unwanted desires, destroy all of the obstacles on their devotional path. Yes, and also this morning. And today is also the 50th, as most of you, I hope, are aware, the 50th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's stepping on board the Jaladuta to cross the oceans to bring the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the world. An auspicious occasion. Prabhupada was almost alone when he stepped onto that boat. There were a few family friends with him, his friends, but basically alone. Nobody knew what was to come. And of course, even when he was in America, the same thing was going on. But we're going to speak today a little shortly because of our time span. So on this auspicious occasion, I will try to speak a few words first, and then His Holiness National Maharaj will speak a few words, and then His Holiness Dr. Benjamin Maharaj will speak a few words on the meaning of initiation, on definitely the topic of the offences which Srila Prabhupada generally spoke on these occasions. And now just for the devotees who are taking first initiation, we're taking Nama Diksha. Some of them are taking Nam Diksha. Some are taking Mantra Diksha. For those who are taking Nam Diksha, they will be asked, or they will in a little while, have their neck beads changed. You'll receive new neck beads. So don't panic if you haven't, don't do anything about it now. That will be done very shortly when the pujaris or priests are ready with their preparations. So for now, just relax. Concentrate on hearing carefully. The secret of initiation is to hear. So we're going to hear now about the 10 offenses first. And those who are initiated, of course, are diligently avoiding the 10 offenses. Correct? Yes or no? Really? Well, we hope we'll try our best to avoid the 10 offenses. We're going to run through those offenses. Srila Prabhupada has emphasized this. We could look at the other side of it, the 10 positive counteractions of those offenses. But Prabhupada would generally run through the offenses against the holy name. And that is the key to, let's say, our chanting becoming pure. In the beginning, naturally, our chanting is with offense. norm. And the goal is to come to Shivanam. Shivanam is the pure chanting of the holy name, which depends entirely upon the mercy of the spiritual master, upon Lord Balaram's mercy. But we have to make that effort. We have to make all effort to receive that mercy. The mercy of the spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada has also mentioned, are his instructions. It is pre-precision and becomes perfect by the mercy. And that mercy is to follow the instruction. And in this particular incident, the instruction to chant the holy name offenselessly, at least to work towards it. So let's run through these 10 offenses. And I'm going to ask, some of you don't speak English, and how are we going to deal with that? Shri Chaitanya Prabhu, are you here? No, I know, but we haven't got time to have translation. But if there's any of the candidates who don't understand English, somebody needs to translate to them in their ear. Chinese, maybe is that. And anyone of the candidates doesn't speak English, Tamil speaking, or you all speak English? All your candidates speak English now? Yeah, are you all okay? Okay, we'll proceed. So this is special for everybody, but we don't have time to release the candidates. The 10 offenses. So we're going to ask if any of you know what the first offense against the holy name is. Hands up if you know. Come on, hand up. Anyone would like to say? Okay, young lady. Okay, I'll repeat it. To blaspheme those devotees of the Lord who dedicated their lives to propagating the holy names of the Lord. That is the first offense. And it's a very important consideration. It doesn't just mean that we verbally blaspheme, even to think nasty or negatively towards a devotee, to criticize a devotee when it's not our business to do so, to think critically towards not only a devotee. A devotee doesn't criticize anyone unnecessarily. He doesn't blaspheme anybody. Everyone is Krishna's part and parcel. Krishna is in the heart of everyone, every living entity. Well, we may say that, that devotee has not dedicated themselves to propagating the holy name of Krishna. I can blaspheme them. That's not the case. Because they're serving one another, even if they are right there. But they're engaged in the service, and just as we all know, that the servant of the master is more dear to the master than his very self. So we have to be very conscious in our dealings with each other. Even if we don't agree, we should be, very respectful, honoring each other, and so on. So that's the first offense we should be very careful to avoid. If we continue to chant these offenses, Bhavagana Kariyari Shavana Krishna, Bhavagana Paya Krishna Pari Prema Dana, and it's described that one will continue chanting for lifetimes, and one will still not develop that pure love of God, one will not come to Shivanam. Shivanam means without offense, pure. What's the second offense? Second offense? Okay, I'll just run through the offenses one by one. To consider the names of Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Now this, of course, in Malaysia is quite an interesting subject matter. I won't get into anything deeply, you could say, but there are many people who consider they're all one. All the different devas, all the different deities are all absolutely the same. Achincha Veda Veda Tattva, what the Chinese philosophy is, they are one in one sense, but there is a difference in quantity. The quality between every living entity and the Lord has a similarity when it comes to quality, but not the quantity. There's a difference. With Krishna, at least the Vaishnavas understand that he is the source of everything. He's the Sarvakarma Karma. He's the source of all cause of all causes. Krishna's true Bhagavan Swayam. He is of all the various forms, he is the original Bhagavan Swayam, the original form of God. Others are his representatives. They are empowered representatives of the Lord, and we do show respect, but not that we accept that they are the supreme personality of God. This is called Mayavad philosophy, and it's actually the greatest obstacle on our actual path of cultivating Shivananda. This is Mayavad philosophy of thinking, I am God, everyone's God, there are many gods, there is no God, whatever it is. This is the greatest obstacle, and that does sometimes creep into our consciousness. Seeing what somebody didn't like what he said. Seeing oneself in the center is also another aspect of a reflection of that offense. Seeing ourselves in the center is this mood of I'm God, I'm the boss. So it's all related. Putting Krishna in the center, and he's the supreme one. And he's purified, of course. Third offense, disobey the orders of the spiritual master. The spiritual master is in the reciprocal succession. He's actually a spiritual master. He's passing on the same message which has been received through the line of succession. He's not making up his own philosophy. So if we don't follow the spiritual master, it means we're not following the reciprocal succession, which means ultimately we're not following Krishna. So the whole purpose of our life is to follow Krishna. If we don't follow the instruction of the spiritual master, then we're disconnected, whatever we may come up with. Fourth offense, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. Even we don't understand sometimes the scriptures, they may be beyond us or we may think they're below us, but they all, if they're actually scriptures, they have purpose. They all have purposes at different stages, different places, different times. They're relevant. So we don't try to change it. We just realize maybe we're not ready to follow that standard or something. Be humble, but not to blaspheme, criticize, change, or whatever. Belittle, etc. If they're actually scriptures following the Vedic principles, they change that scripture. We have to be very careful and respect the Vedic scriptures. Respect Prabhupada's books means read Prabhupada's books. There are millions of books to read and fantastic. But a lot of the times we're reading these other books and we haven't even read Prabhupada's books. Isn't it? You see the book table, sometimes you can't see Prabhupada's books anywhere. Hardly. And they're there, one or two a year, and there's like 50 other kinds of books. Prabhupada's books are our life and soul, the guidebook, the law book for our society, and for anyone else who comes to their senses, for the next 10,000 years. Please take advantage of it. Yes, it's tough, but we've got to clean out the heart by hearing from the pure word. Fifth offense, to consider the glories of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to be imagination. You hear many glories about chanting Hare Krishna God, is that real? But it may not be real for us, because the chanting is not so on that level. But it is. Those who are actually chanting the holy name, whatever reason, without offense. These glories are experienced. They may be of various kinds, but they're there. So the scriptures give those glorifications. The Quranic gives so many glorifications of the effects of chanting the holy name. Maybe we're not following the process, but we should think that, they don't exist. The sixth offense is to consider chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to give some mundane interpretation on the chanting of the holy name. The holy name is described in the scriptures. We don't need to interpret it. It means this, it means that. It's clearly mentioned by Guru, Shastra, and Shastra what the meaning of the holy name is. We don't need to interpret it. The seventh offense is sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy names of the Lord. Prabhupada talks about this and he says it's the most serious offense, practically speaking.